Hi everyone, it's Lindsay and it's day 105 of my weight loss diary. This week I'm going to try and reduce this number by weighing it on video. I've been home for a little bit, but I've kind of just been ignoring them. Because I got home at like 1:30 today and I normally get home at 4:30, but they still think that they deserve food immediately. And anytime you want to throw something in the trash, you have to get Jupiter to move. So see, now she's standing on the recycling. Now you get her to move onto the trash. She wants this. I guess I'll feed them and then do the rest of my video. Hi everyone, I'm going to do a food haul video this week. So I just got done getting groceries. This may or may not be interesting, but you know, I've watched other people's food hauls, so who knows? And I know probably a lot of my viewers are omnivores, but I do not eat meat, and so maybe this will be interesting to you just because it's a different way of eating. My total was $106.59. So it's not necessarily a budgeting thing, but I feel like that's a pretty good amount of groceries for that amount of money. And let me kind of just show you what I got here. So of course I got my frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are great because they don't go bad. I'm a big fan of frozen stuff. I use this in my potato pie recipe that I have a video for. Broccoli, tons of recipes I use that for. I got this massive bag of potatoes. Potatoes are pretty versatile. Some bananas. Over here we got these Mission wraps. Thank you, Laura. I've been eating a lot of burritos. So what I do for my burrito is I get a Mission wrap, which is about 200 calories. I use a little bit of guacamole, some pico de gallo, and then I use this coleslaw and I put lime juice on it. I got that idea from Laura. And then in addition to that, I make some either Spanish or Mexican rice, either one, and it's super good. Oh, and sometimes I'll mix mushrooms in with the rice, and sometimes extra tomatoes. So a few other things. Always got to have some tofu on hand. I keep a pretty good amount. This stuff's fairly cheap. It's only like $1.50. I do like the extra firm more, but it's like an extra $1 for the extra firm. So firm works. Some of the stuff I use this for is just tofu slabs in general. You just cook some slabs and season it, and it's pretty good. I also use it in my lasagna that I make on a regular basis. It's what I use to make the fake ricotta. So I kind of have an extra stash of marinara sauce for my lasagna. I got a couple lasagnas, enough to make a few batches. But all this stuff lasts a long time. A few other things, like this beefless ground is good to use in several things. So I got several bags of beefless ground. I use it in my potato pie, which is a plant-based version of shepherd's pie. I also use it in my plant-based lasagna that I make, and it's just convenient to have around. You could also make, you know, plant-based taco meat with it, but I just like to use the rice typically. Another thing that I get is sometimes I do just get these supplemental, like, convenience type things. So this is soy bacon. So this is the only thing here out of all my food that is not a vegan food. I also get these Smart plant-based hot dogs. They're kind of small, but they're only 60 calories per hot dog. And they taste pretty good. They don't cook quite the same as real hot dogs, but they're pretty good. Another thing I got, this is just more for the convenience because, you know, sometimes I don't want to cook chronically. So I bring these to work, and what I'll do is I'll just make a couple of them. It's 90 calories for 2 pieces, and I just dip them in ketchup and mustard. And I'll just make, like, say 3 of them, and then I'll eat a big bowl of peas with it. It's just really quick and easy if I'm not prepared with, like, an actual planned meal. It's good to have a backup like that. Same with the hot dogs that I have. And then I got a couple of these sweet gherkins just because I like them. They're very tasty. Then I got some blueberries and I got some strawberries. This I've never tried before, but it's stir-fried rice, so I don't know. We'll see how it is. And with all these rice meals, they always say to like add margarine or add oil. You don't need to do that. All the flavor is in the seasoning, and you will not miss the oil. At least I don't miss the oil, and it's less calories then, so why add those unnecessary calories? This I haven't tried yet either, but what I would do with this probably is I will make it and then I'll add extra peas and carrots to it. That way it's like, a little bit healthier, but it's like, this whole package is 420 calories, and I could, stretch that out into 2 meals, add a bunch of vegetables to it. It's the way to be. I go through quite a few tomatoes, so I'll easily go through these before they go bad. It's rare for me to have a tomato go bad. Some of the things I use this for is in my lasagna recipe that I do. I also sometimes can just make a sauce out of it. If you slice them on the ends and boil them, you can peel the skins off and then blend them and then cook them with seasonings, and it can make a nice sauce. And an additional way to thicken up the sauce is if you take unsalted cashews and boil them, and then you can mix them with the sauce. Maybe I'll have to do a recipe on that at some point. And last but not least, I got this great value almond milk. It's chocolate almond milk. I haven't tried this brand before. They were out of the Silk brand, but I usually get the Silk dark chocolate almond milk, and it is delicious. It's a nice little snack. It's also good to mix with smoothies. So that's it. That's my grocery haul. Several weeks worth of food here for me. Potatoes themselves you can make stuff out of every day. Maybe that was interesting, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. And just for the record, I've been drinking my water, so hopefully my weight drops off. We shall see shortly. Today is Friday, and this morning it was under 160 again, but I really want to get down below 159. I've been having water retention issues, or maybe I'm just not losing weight. I don't know, but I've been struggling to get below 159 for the last month probably. So here's hoping to a good weigh-in. I do know that that's not the only measure of success, That's why it's important to just keep tracking, because if I know at least that I'm not overeating and I'm aware of what I'm eating, then it's less upsetting to gain weight, you know what I mean? Because I know I'm doing the right things. As long as I'm doing the right things, it'll be fine. And I have been eating a little bit heftier, like 1,600 calorie average, and I need to get it back down to 1,500. I've been slacking a little, but I'm still, eating in a deficit, and my goal ultimately is to lose the weight and keep it off, not to win a race. So if it comes off 1/4 of a pound a week on average, that's fine. It's coming off. And that's how I gotta keep trying to think about it. So let's get to the weigh-in. Started the week at 160.4 and I ended the week at 159. Those of you that have been watching regularly know that I challenged myself to drink water, because I normally hate drinking water, and I feel like it definitely helped out the retention situation. It's one of those things that I've known for years, but I'm stubborn and haven't adapted to. So I'm going to try and drink water on a more regular basis instead of just carbonated drinks and such, so that maybe I'll see more of a downward trend. So I'm excited because 159 is my new low. 159.2 was my lowest before that. So very slowly, it's going down. I started my weight loss diary on October 20th of 2019, and my starting weight was 168.2. So being down to 159, I'm down 9.2 pounds. This channel is all about slow, sustainable weight loss and just sharing what I'm doing to get there. If you haven't already, please watch last week's video where I talk about how much I hate water and I have dinner with Jeffrey. This is a video that YouTube thinks you'll like if you haven't seen this one already. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. I post every Monday at 2:30 p.m. and I'll see you next week.